Well, as we all know, the hardest work one has to do is at the time of foundation. It's the first blow where they say you win half the battle. Foundation is where you have to really struggle, work hard. Well, I'm trying to, the reason I came all the way from Hyderabad for this presentation is purely because I have been associated with franchising world and I have attended a few sessions, and I know there are a lot of people, enthusiasts, delegates who have a passion to go out and do something, especially in the food industry. And in this context, I would say here that yes, you have to have a solid foundation, but then everybody talks about problems and solutions, is what we have to give. What it means by solid foundation is this, that you have to have one USP product. Like McDonald's has just one burger. Like KFC has just one fried chicken. All that comes afterwards is an extra. But you have to create one good USP product. And that is the product which is going to be the turbo of your engine and take your business forward. In my case, I have been in the catering industry for the last 3 decades. And whenever people used to come to Hyderabad, they would, a lot of my noted personalities, my customers and guests would call me and say, can I have food for 10 people, 12 people? But then Hyderabadi food is not stir cooking. It's all about dum poked, baked. It's all dum. You can't cook plate by plate, not a la carte. So that encouraged us to go into a small retail unit, where we could meet this requirement. And then from there on, I learned that yes, biryani. Today, everybody knows this term biryani, whether it is Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you go, Iraq, Iran, wherever you go, people know this one product called biryani. And then that's how we developed. And then I started this small thing. So what I'm trying to convey here is that you have to give your 110% on the foundation. After that, I think the journey becomes quite easy. Initially, I had my rollout plan chalked out by Ernst & Young. And they suggested that franchising route is the best way out. And then, of course, Gaurav also was instrumental initially. Gaurav did give me that advice. So as we moved on, we looked at for franchisees first, then we looked for master franchisees, then we went in for joint ventures. Basically, it means compatibility of the product, how your product is accepted in different parts of the world. For all my delegates here, basically, you have to pick up hunches and observations from experiences. For example, when we were proceeding into markets like Australia, people asked me a question. I had never been to Australia. They said, how come Indian food, will be accepted? I said, listen, look at the UK experience. Last 3 decades, Indian food is now the most popular food in UK. And butter chicken is their, chicken tikka masala is their national dish now. So that gives me enough sense to understand that the whites will accept Indian food and the acceptability is there. And with that, I went to Australia. Then when I was doing this partnership with my Saudi partner in Saudi Arabia, I suggested dosa. I told this Saudi guy, listen, we have to have this dosa. We have this Indian restaurant where we have curries, kebabs, biryanis, everything. But one area where there's this pilgrimage and all people come, I said, we'll have dosa. So this guy said, no, my Saudis won't, he won't like dosa. I said, okay, maybe he's right. I came back another day, a few days back, I was reading Economic Times that out of the 10 things you must try in the world before you die, one of the items they mentioned was a dosa. Yeah. And now Manish has just has only endorsed my observations. So in that context, we have to understand, from this. So compatibility of the product basically lies in how So whatever product, everything till the end of this day in this world is going to sell. But what will sustain your business is quality.